So the basic design that we have is it gives a multi-layered look for the header, kind of a finished off bookshelf instead of just the raw materials. We've attached the top of the bookcase behind this piece to the back wall on a stud so that it's secure on the wall. And for the changing table, we've attached behind this piece against the wall to a stud. And also we've screwed way at the back up underneath this overhanging piece to the bookshelf, and also at the base underneath the toe kick hidden is the screw attaching the bookshelf and the changing table together. So what we're going to be doing is finishing out the changing table part. We'll be using the profile first that matches this profile to go underneath the changing table box. That's this profile. And then on the top, because we don't have a lid that sits down, this has a front edge attached to the 3/4 inch plywood, giving it a thicker look. We're going to be using a matching molding that we made that has it has a returned end on it to go around the corner. Looks like I may need to take a tiny bit off of that so that it kisses up against the box of the changing table. But that'll finish out the look for the changing table, hiding the plywood edges, also hiding the nails that we put in to the face frame for attaching the face frame to the cabinetry. We've attached this face frame up underneath this trim piece on both sides, and also on the side piece. There's one here, and there's one at the very bottom that'll be hidden by a baseboard. So for the most part, our finishing nails won't be showing. The nails on the opposite side, some of those will be covered up, like this one's covered up here, and then at the baseboard. And we'll be finishing it off with a piece of trim that goes against the wall to fill in that crack. To get the length for this side piece, which is right now way too long, we're going to just reverse the mitered end against the wall and put the other piece in place, and just take my marking knife and I'll mark where that is to come and mark it with a square and cut that off at the proper length. It'll end up just at the right length then. We'll be using 1.5 inch finishing nails to attach these trim pieces. We're putting the finishing nails where they'll be covered by the next piece of trim that goes over the top, at least by a shadow line. That was better. Okay, we're going to need to get the length of this piece, again by reversing it. Come in. I need to put this one under it, I guess. This is as far out as it'll go, so you can mark it on the end of that. And you're going to mark this outside length, at least just a little mark, and we can get a square from there. Yep. Looks right. So I've got it just a little bit above this so that we can. Yeah. The last piece of trim is this shoe molding I'm going to be putting up in this gap against the wall, between the bookcase and the wall. It will fill in from the top to the bottom, closing that gap up. And even though my wall has a little bit of a curve to it, the shoe molding has enough flexibility to it that it can fill in that gap and make it look all finished.